Today, our topic is how to let go of the past, like a Stoic. Life is a journey filled with moments, some beautiful and some painful. But one thing is certain, we cannot change what has already happened. The past is gone, and holding on to it can weigh us down, making it hard to move forward. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, teaches us how to live with wisdom, courage, and inner peace. One of its most powerful lessons is learning how to let go of the past. This is not about forgetting or pretending the past didn't happen. It's about accepting it, learning from it, and freeing ourselves from its grip. Let's explore how Stoic principles can help us do this. First, let's understand why we struggle to let go of the past. Often it's because we are attached to what happened. We replay old memories, regret mistakes, or hold on to anger and sadness. These emotions are natural, but when we let them control us, they can trap us in a cycle of pain. The Stoics believe that much of our suffering comes not from the events themselves, but from how we think about them. For example, if someone hurt us in the past, the pain we feel now is not from the action itself, it's from our thoughts about it. By changing how we think, we can change how we feel. So, how can we start letting go? The first step is acceptance. The Stoics taught that we must accept what we cannot control. The past is one of those things. No matter how much we wish things had been different, we cannot go back and change them. Trying to do so is like trying to hold water in your hands. It will always slip away. Instead of fighting against the past, we must accept it as it is. This doesn't mean we have to like it or agree with it. It simply means we stop resisting it. When we accept the past, we take away its power over us. Next, we must focus on what we can control. The Stoics divided life into two categories: things we can control and things we cannot. We cannot control the past, but we can control how we respond to it. We can choose to learn from our mistakes instead of dwelling on them. We can choose to forgive others instead of holding on to anger. We can choose to focus on the present moment instead of living in the past. This shift in focus is powerful. It reminds us that even though we cannot change what happened, we can always choose how we move forward. Another important Stoic principle is to practice gratitude. Often, we focus on what went wrong in the past, but this only makes us feel worse. Instead, we can train our minds to look for the good. Even in difficult times, there are lessons to be learned and strength to be gained. For example, if you went through a hard experience, you might have discovered resilience or compassion you didn't know you had. By focusing on these positive aspects, we can reframe the past in a way that empowers us. Gratitude helps us see that even the darkest moments can bring light if we choose to look for it. The Stoics also believed in the power of perspective. They taught that our problems are often smaller than we think. When we look back at the past, we tend to magnify our mistakes or misfortunes. But if we step back and look at the bigger picture, we might see that these events are just small parts of a much larger life. For example, a failure at work or a broken relationship might feel huge at the time, but in the grand scheme of things, they are just moments. By putting things into perspective, we can reduce their emotional weight and move on more easily. Another key Stoic practice is mindfulness. This means living in the present moment and paying attention to what is happening right now. When we focus on the past, we are not fully living in the present. We miss out on the beauty and opportunities around us. Mindfulness helps us break free from the past by bringing our attention back to the here and now. One way to practice this is through meditation, or simply by taking a few deep breaths and noticing your surroundings. When you feel your mind drifting to the past, gently guide it back to the present. Over time, this practice can help you let go of old thoughts and emotions. Forgiveness is another important part of letting go. The Stoics believe that holding on to anger or resentment only harms ourselves. When we refuse to forgive, we keep the pain alive, but the person who hurt us may not even be aware of it. Forgiveness is not about saying what happened was okay. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of negative emotions. Forgiving others and yourself is a gift you give to yourself. It allows you to move forward without being weighed down by bitterness. The Stoics also taught the importance of self-discipline. Letting go of the past requires effort. It's not something that happens overnight. You must be willing to let go of old habits, thought patterns, and attachments. This takes time and practice, but the rewards are worth it. Self-discipline helps you stay focused on your goals and reminds you that you have the power to shape your own life. Every time you choose to let go of the past, you are taking a step toward a freer, more peaceful future. Finally, the Stoics remind us of the impermanence of life. Everything changes, and nothing lasts forever. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. The only moment we truly have is the present. By embracing this truth, we can let go of the past and live more fully in the now. This doesn't mean we ignore the past or stop caring about the future. It simply means we don't let them control us. We can honor our memories and plan for the future, but we do so without losing sight of the present. In conclusion, letting go of the past like a Stoic is about acceptance, focus, gratitude, perspective, mindfulness, forgiveness, self-discipline, and embracing impermanence. It's not an easy process, but it is a worthwhile one. By practicing these principles, we can free ourselves from the weight of the past and live with greater peace and clarity. Remember, the past is just a story. The present is your life. Choose to live it fully, without letting old chapters hold you back. You have the power to shape your own story from this moment forward. So take a deep breath. Let go of what was and step into the beauty of what is. The journey begins now.